Welcome to the last lesson in this price action basics course. I've really enjoyed doing this course for you, and this will be the last lesson that I actually do for technical Forex. There may be other videos in the near future, but as far as courses are concerned, this is the last course that I'll be doing. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. You can find more of my personal work on my website, love-the-pips.com, or just search me on Google, Samuel Morton Forex Trader, something like that. Find me on YouTube. Love the Pips is the name of my YouTube channel, and follow me there. But this is consolidation patterns. So in the previous lesson, we looked at reversal patterns, and I've said it a number of times in these videos. If you need to recap, just watch the videos again. I actually suggest that you take each course at least twice, just to let everything sink in. And then a big part of this is doing your part, is looking at the charts and identifying these things, because learning them is one thing, but then spotting them and actually being able to trade them is another thing. It's the theory and the practical side of things. Please look at charts and please apply what has been taught. So this is Forex consolidation patterns. So with reversal patterns, we would generally have like a trend that comes to an end and get like a head and shoulders pattern, sometimes a double top, double bottom, these sort of things. So the patterns we looked at in the previous lesson, but there are other patterns in the Forex markets too, and these are consolidation patterns. And these are generally when price gets tighter and tighter and tighter until bang, we shoot off in one particular direction. These patterns can happen because there's very little, say, fundamentals about the particular currency pair. Perhaps there is a major news event coming up, so a lot of people are waiting for the news, hence the market just gets quieter and quieter. It could also be that there is a lot of indecision with this currency pair. You may have the euro that is very indecisive and the US dollar that's currently very indecisive, and you get like this consolidation pattern. And then once there is obvious strength in the US dollar or the euro, then you get direction. So we'll look at these patterns, and we have covered ranges in one of the first lessons actually of this course. A range is just the same. You have this indecision, this consolidation. You generally don't get tighter, but you have price moving between a support and resistance level, and when you break out, price can start trending in the direction of the breakout. So a range is actually a consolidation pattern too. Now, a lot of consolidation patterns are triangular. They are triangle shapes. So if we look at this first pattern, this is symmetrical triangles. Obviously symmetrical, you have a very similar or exact degree for the sides of the triangle. So these are symmetrical patterns. You'll see that price is being squeezed. It's getting tighter between this support and resistance, and then we have the breakout and price moves strongly in one direction. Let's find some more examples. So here are some more triangular symmetrical patterns. Price is moving between this diagonal resistance and this diagonal support, which is the same here. Same shot. We have the breakout. Price is moving between this diagonal resistance and diagonal support. These are real life price charts. They're just screenshots. This is a screenshot of the same chart. It's just showing the breakout this time. when we eventually close out of the triangle, we move in the direction of the breakout, and we have an upside break here, another symmetrical triangle. We have the breakout to the upside, and price rallies, it moves higher. So we have these symmetrical triangles that generally are very sideways. So if you think of a range that moves between a support and resistance but moves sideways, a symmetrical triangle does the same, but price gets tighter but still moves in a sideways direction. And we'll look at some charts in a minute and find some examples of this. There are also descending triangles, so you can get triangles, something like this, or even something like this. So price doesn't have to move sideways, it can just get tighter in a descending sort of direction, and also an ascending direction, something like this. And some of these triangles are referred to as wedges, and they have other names too, but we have some examples here. So price is being squeezed but moving down with this trend resistance or diagonal resistance and diagonal support. We break out and move higher. Same sort of thing, break out, move lower. And here are some ascending triangles. So here's our diagonal support, diagonal resistance. This one's very clear, moving between those lines. We fall to the downside, we close out the triangle, and we move lower. And then we have another example here. So let's look at some actual price charts and see if we can find some of these things. Now, I haven't looked at these charts beforehand, just like a lot of the charts that I have been using in this course. The reason I don't look at them is because these things happen all the time. There's not really much need to prepare the charts. So we do have something here. This is not the clearest, it's just the first one that I've spotted. There's a triangle there. It would have been good if it carried on. It would have been a bit more clear if the triangle carried on a bit longer, but we have that downside break and price moves lower. Now, obviously, these triangles are not going to work religiously. There's going to be times when they break to the downside and actually move up, and break to the upside and move down. Nothing is for certain. Let's try and find some others. This is the pound US dollar, and it's a 4-hour chart. We'll look at some more time frames in a minute. I want to try and find some really clear sort of triangles. We have something here. This is almost a symmetrical triangle. It could even be a symmetrical triangle, something like that. See, price is getting tighter and tighter, and we break to the downside. I'll try a different time frame in a minute. Let's just go back a bit further. There's one here, an ascending triangle. Something like this. Price is getting tighter, we break to the downside and move lower. Let's try a 15-minute chart. See if anything appears on this chart. Okay, we have some sort of triangle pattern here. Could even do a horizontal line like so. So moving below, and then we break to the upside. We have another here, not much of a break on this one, but still very triangular in nature. Something like that. Break and move a bit lower. Got another one here. Something like that. You could even draw another trend resistance, something a bit more aggressive like that. We break to the downside. Let's try a 1 hour chart now, see if we can find any others. There's another one here. Triangle, we break, move to the upside. The small one here. Something like that. We break, move to the upside, and let's just find one more. There's a big one here. So it's not very clear, this one. There's another one sort of there, and price breaks and moves to the downside. So there are plenty of examples there. Just try and find these things yourself. They appear on all time frames, all currency pairs. They are consolidation patterns and they work really well. So that is it for this Forex price action basics course. I really appreciate you taking the course. The next course is the Forex indicator basics. I personally do not use indicators in my trading, and there are a lot more well-suited traders to teach you about indicators, more so than I. So click on that button, watch the course. There are other features on this website that I suggest checking out, like the tools. There's economic calendars, margin calculators, pip calculators. Check out our broker reviews and the Forex forum. There are some Forex trading strategies, so you can get some ideas of trading strategies. And there are other things too. Check out our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it.